Hi, welcome to another video and episode on my monorail with propelled carriage, and it is controlled by a fischertechnik robo interface and a BeagleBoard Classic which runs Linux. Last time I reconstructed the setup so that both parts, which means the part of the sonar and the part of those lights, are connected, and with tests it becomes very clear that the carriage needs some major reconstruction. To refresh memory, I'll run the program again. And then I hope it becomes very clear what the problem is. And that is one of the problems, so it becomes stuck here at the point where the two rods are connected, but also, which is a little bit more important for now, and I'll shed some light on it, this construction is failing. So although it has been like this for quite some time, it really needs replacement, and I think the time is now to replace it and to reconstruct the carriage. So how would I do that? First of all, of course, by carefully removing these. Put the light here, but also this has to go, because these are the weakest links, so to say. Instead I put this one here, another one here, and with the counterpart the same parts. And these have to be connected together, and for that I use this short one with this, which should work. They can be placed outside and inside, so I'll have to do with some testing to see if everything indeed causes no obstruction. So I am just hoping that everything will nicely connect. So that is one. And this one is too big, but let's see anyway if it holds. Anyway, you get the picture, I guess. This is how it should hold and no longer be torn apart. So let's run it again and see how it works. Alright, that is one improvement. The next problem to fix is this one, because this is causing a derailment and I can't use that, of course. And the only way I can think of right now to solve this is to replace this one by another construction. So for the moment I take off this and I remove this one. Oops. So what I want is to have it something like this. And there are small parts, so something like this. However, in the current setup that is hardly possible. So I need to find a nice solution to get that done. And this is hard to pull out. And I actually should extend this. This is in some way the way I want it to have, although this should then of course be more here. And when I look at it, I have two parts of, not two parts of the same angle. So let me get that down. So the question is, how is this going to behave anyway? Will this be, as I hope, because if this idea fails, I'm not sure what more I can do. Oops. And this shows to be a rather tricky situation or solution or whatever. Anyway, I'm going to try. Let's see what happens. A little manual will help. Oops. That is due to this construction. So let me... Okay, so a nice idea, but this definitely needs a different construction. So let's see what else. Having replaced this part with an equal angle, there's not a problem which is quite obvious. This part should be more here. So what I'm going to do is taking this block off now. Putting one here, and then it would be very nice if this would fit, so taking it the other way around like this, and then see if it fits. Now this is of course not good, because this is way too steep, so I'm pushing it down, and even this is not good. Although a lot better. Let me see. They are not touching each other. Would they if they were somewhere down there? There's a good chance. So how would this actually fit? If I would not take this one, but something like the elements I am using here. That would be a very nice fit. So, a quick cat. So this will replace this one. Let me pull this thing up and get out again. Remove it. Something like this. Then put something like this. Shift it in the right place, and then once again finding that this is not exactly the right position, but better than it was. So how would this be? A problem, and the big one it seems. So putting them there. So why does this work but this one doesn't? That's strange. Why will it pass one way but not the other? It's a very, very tight fit. A bit too tight. The idea is nice, but the distance, but this height is very close to this. So how to solve this problem? Reconstruction upon reconstruction once again. When looking at the situation from a slightly lower angle, I find that I have two or more problems. First thing is what you see right now. The rods or the monorail are not exactly in the middle of this setup. In theory, this can be solved by getting this a little bit closer, and that's it. However, when you observe more closely, the lowest part of here is leaning forward, and that becomes more clear when I just press on this part. This shows it is rather flexible, and then it shows as well that it is out of the center. So in order to keep it like this, I need either more parts of well, this, or I need to make a reinforcement here. And the question is, will that hold? And of course I'm not sure about that. But when I do it like this and I roll the carriage over, then it looks like okay at first. But the fact that the rods are just embedded in and not really fixed on it is making this construction not really recommendable, and I need to find another solution after all. Apart from that, looking at the same height as the monorail is, it looks like they're even a bit down. So shifting it up a bit, and some more, and some more. That looks horizontal. And then I push it. Yes, that is kind of horizontal. So let's roll again without running the program. And you see how easy it can go wrong. So despite the nice idea, this is not a solution I want. Or I should make these angles shorter or more steep, I should say. But still, it should get in between here, and that is a problem. Because how to do that with those parts? Apart from that, I need to adjust the program as well. Because if you remember last time, I introduced a status, left or right, left and right, to pass these middle lights, the lamp, lens lamp, and the receiver, like this, can I make it more clear? Yes. This yellow thing is the receiver, and so here is the lens lamp, and that takes some reprogramming, but that has no use until I fix this thing. So back to thinking and designing. So the first step in stabilizing the whole thing is getting this right, and for that I use these two parts, which will go in like this. So the first step is, let's see how this is going. Let me take the carriage off. How is this going to yes, that is one. In and in again. Alright, that's more stable, and you can clearly see the difference. So this is not going to work. Nice idea, but totally unreliable. And looking at this, how can you fix a thing like this? And this will remain a slight problem, even when I think of a solution like this. So putting the rods back in. They are more or less horizontal. Then putting the carriage back on track. But will this work? I don't even have to try the motor on. And in this case I find another problem. And let me see how I can demonstrate. Let me move the camera. Putting the tracks like this. And then let me see how I can clearly demonstrate this. Okay, let me for now remove these extensions, because what happens is that the propeller is hitting the support. And when I put these together again, the tip of the propeller is hitting the support still. So the solution of this will be that this straight on support will have to be removed with something like a bow, a part circle. That will allow the propeller to pass, I hope, and then also this needs to be reconstructed. So I will leave that for another time. I hope next time. But so far one reconstruction has succeeded, and that is this one. Other reconstructions, nice ideas, but so far no real solutions. Thank you for watching. If you like my videos, you may consider allowing ads to support my blog. Please take also a look at my website for my other projects, and further to be continued.